welcome you back for the final game of the group stage in the Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship. Atletico Vega and Waterhouse of Jamaica meet in Santiago in the Dominican Republic. We are about to find out who wins Group B, but we know both these teams are moving on to the semifinal. The Jamaican flag hoisted upward today. One Haitian side will go through. We know they're not coming out of this group. 84 degrees. The chance of rain as the night continues. Group B was ultimately the runners-up group. The runners-up in the Dominican, Haitian, and Jamaican leagues all getting drawn into the same group. By pure circumstance, Waterhouse a win in their debut against Arcai. Arcai fell on the opening match day to Atletico Vega in the opener, with goals from Fritz in the 21st and Herrera shortly before halftime, while Bienemy scored for Arcai. Not enough. Moulton and Gray score in the first and second half, respectively. And Arcai, already back in Haiti, eliminated from contention in Group B to move into the semifinals. Let's get you caught up on what you may have missed today. That first game carried all kinds of implications in Group A. Cavalier and Cibao playing to a wild 3-3 draw to close out the group. And Cavalier led 2-0 and 3-1. Couldn't see either of those score lines to the finish line. They needed a win to advance. Instead, Violette of Haiti on 3 points continues on. Cibao, the Group A winner, on 4 points, and Cavalier eliminated. Meanwhile, in this group, based on the results against Arcai, by holding the 0, the clean sheet, Waterhouse leads in goal difference. It means Atletico Vega has to win this game in order to be the group champion, which would see them facing Violette of Haiti. Otherwise, they see Cibao as the runners-up. And Atletico Vega with a victory secure their place as the winner of the group. Otherwise, Waterhouse win or draw. That would be enough with the goal difference in their corner. Referees await the two teams coming into the tunnel here. This is Estadio Cibao in Santiago de Caballeros in the Dominican Republic. It's been a phenomenal home for these group stage games, and it'll continue to be as we reach the semifinals on Thursday and the eventual final and third place game on Sunday evening. A reminder for what's at stake in this Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship. You win the tournament outright, you're headed directly to Champions League. No need to try and qualify through CONCACAF League in the fall. You'll be playing in February, and what an exciting time that would be if you're a supporter of one of the clubs still eligible to advance. Meanwhile, if you finish second, the losing finalist, or third by winning the third place game, directly to CONCACAF League, and onward you go toward the potential to qualify for Champions League and also a subcontinental title. If you were to reach the semifinal but fall and finish in fourth place in the third place game with a couple of losses back-to-back to close out this tournament, you still have your shot at Bayamon, who advance to a CONCACAF League playoff by way of their performance in the CONCACAF Caribbean Club Shield event. So that leads us to this. Both these teams have their chance at CONCACAF League, potentially multiple chances to get to CONCACAF League, if not the Champions League coming up next spring. It's difficult to put into words what it means for a club to reach the apex in this region coming out of the Caribbean, but it hasn't happened all that often that they've made much noise in the current iteration. What we've come to find out here in this Flow CONCACAF Caribbean Club Championship is that there's some really good football being played in the Caribbean right now, and these clubs have their eyes on quite the prize. Teams still in their dressing room. Match may push back a couple minutes from the initial start time of 8 p.m. You can see on the banner there in the background, it's located throughout Cibao Campeones in the Dominican Republic. It's frankly, circumstance that all three champions landed in the same group, Group A. That's been called the Group of Death. The three runners-up from Haiti, Jamaica, and the Dominican have all landed in Group B. Initially, the pots were designed only to keep the countries from facing each other in the opening round. The two from Jamaica, the two from Haiti, the two from the Dominican. What no one could have anticipated is that all the number one seeds, so to speak, would all land on the same side of the bracket. But what lies ahead tonight, with Arkai already eliminated, is a playoff for that top spot in Group B. And there is some grand value to that. The public address announcer going through the typical road commentary at a Concacaf event. There is a pretty decent crowd for this. It is being played in Vega Real's home country, but not their home venue. Estadio Cibao here has FIFA grade level turf, as adjudicated in recent weeks. So you do have a glorious surface and two teams ready to get after it as some of the reserves make their way onto the field here. For Atletico Vega Real, founded in 2014, this is their first international competition. They do end up winning this trophy. They could be just the third team from the Dominican to reach Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. And what an achievement that would be. It would follow Cibao, who did so in 2018 in reaching Champions League as a Dominican side. Whereas for Waterhouse, what a proud history they have. They've reached the final in this tournament 3 times over, 2014, 2019. And in the last group in 2020, they did reach Champions League back in 2014 before falling out in the group stage. They have a chance to continue what's been a glorious overarching run for this Firehouse side. That is in their 7th appearance in totality in the Flow CONCACAF Caribbean Club Championship. There you see some of the Waterhouse players in that traditional yellow that you're prone to see from many of the Jamaican teams. It's a Waterhouse side that left Jamaica tied for the best record in the Jamaican Premier League. It's hard to argue that they are not the best that Jamaica has to offer, and there is very much a desire from the Jamaicans to make a statement in this tournament. They'll have to do it here in the Dominican Republic against this Vega Real side. That's Vega Real in the tunnel. Red tinted kits. Their captain, Gerald Fritz, in the foreground. Scored the opening goal, the Haitian did, for the Dominicans last time out. That was the opening day of the tournament, the opening game of the tournament. And now they're guaranteed at least one more on Thursday. Will they face? Time will tell. But the 4 semifinalists have already been identified, with Cavalier in Group A and Arkai in Group B, officially eliminated. This Waterhouse side has made their way into the tunnel now as well. They are best club team in Jamaica at the moment. They've won that league 3 times, but not since 2014. Now gone 10 matches without a loss in this tournament, dating to 2006. And one wonders, they face Cibao in 2020. If they were to fall in this match, they'd have their shot at revenge. And was the revenge narrative being written in CONCACAF League when Waterhouse took on their last opponent, and Arkai, who had knocked them out of CONCACAF League in 2020, ultimately falling. Teams are ready, just a marginal delay here on the field before we prepare to kick this one off between Atletico Vega of the Dominican Republic, the 6th place side in the current Dominican table, and Waterhouse, the joint leader in the Jamaican First Division. That's the music that typically welcomes the players and officials onto the field, and so it is today. Ramon Howell captains Waterhouse as they make their way out on the left-hand side. Gerald Fritz captains Atletico Vega walking out opposite. These teams will have their chance at greater continental glory in the long run. But make no mistake, winning the Caribbean Club Championship will carry a lot of weight in the region. That's Atletico Vega on the left and Waterhouse on the right. These are the kind of photos that you remember for a lifetime if it's the players that you ultimately attain a trophy with. Otherwise, they often get swept into the sands of time. Here's a look at Atletico Vega Real's starting 11. Juan Dominguez is the goalkeeper for the group. You see Gerald Jedna, or Gerald Fritz, number 12, captains the side. Chaquez came in off the bench, the 25-year-old Spaniard, and was enticing in the first game. See our officials for this game. Big moment for them. Most games will lead the way. 3 different countries represented there. Here's a look at the Waterhouse 11. Akeem Chambers is the change in goal. Malik Cockings to the bench, and Damian Binns moves into the starting 11. And Ramon Howell captains the side. Dominguez makes his way back to grab his water bottle. It is just shy of 90 degrees now. Temperatures beginning to tail off just a bit, thankfully, at this stage. 2 captains trying to attain a title in Group B. The side from the Dominican Republic will get the first touch tonight. As the sun sets, nightfall arrives. And under the lights at Estadio Cibao, Group B will be decided in the Flow Caribbean Club Championship. It's Waterhouse of Jamaica taking on Atletico Vega of the Dominican Republic. Exciting times in this tournament. Some truly impressive goals and some passages of play that anywhere in the world you'd be excited to watch. And in the Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship, there's certainly been a dogged desire to pick up a trophy and a ticket to Champions League this year. Ball rolled back by Joseph Gomez. This scoreline as is would see Waterhouse champion of the group. That would mean they'd play second on Thursday night and take on Violette of Haiti. By way of goal difference, the two sides would finish level on 4 points. There is something to be said for the additional 3 hours if you can get it. The runner-up will have to play at 5 p.m. local time, 8 p.m. local time. A little bit cooler, the extra 3 hours of recovery for the group champion. So there is a carrot dangling here. You also don't have to face Cibao on their home ground. Good spell of possession to start for Atletico Vega Real. And now they've sprung it forward. Ball swung across dangerously and wide. Leaping into the picture, narrowly off target. Fabricio Moreno seeking out Jaquez. What a dangerous ball that was from the Colombian winger. And now Waterhouse gets their first chance to possess the ball. Cavalier, the other Jamaican side, hugely effective in the first half. They were the side that actually came off less rest. But they were truly outstanding. Waterhouse led by Marcel Fuzzy Gale. Look at all the space that's accumulated outside. Very compact Waterhouse side at the outset. That's a poor giveaway. Really expansive shape from Atletico Vega Real. The way they rotate over almost makes it look like a three-back in possession. Come back to the goalkeeper, Juan Dominguez. Brought in from the Honduran side, Real Sociedad. 30-year-old Argentine player looking to get back into the highest levels in CONCACAF. Sent long, there's no support there for Atletico Vega Real. And a throw to Waterhouse. Acevedo leads the way for Atletico Vega Real. Previously a player within the Dominican national team. And now running the show. For one of the Dominican Republic's best sides in recent times. Sent wide and now in reverse from Andre Moulton. Contact a couple ways over. There's a whistle. There's a player down for Atletico Vega Real. James got tangled with Vidal. It's a really delayed whistle at that. James goes into the book, a yellow card. Difficult to tell what happened there. Away from the ball. There's Marcel Fuzzy Gale. Off the restart. Couple numbers coming to the ball. And went through the goalkeeper, Dominguez. Jimenez. Gomez upfield. Flicked away. Jacquez. The width. Jacquez drives in. He'll touch back. Floated over by Gomez. And flicked into space. And Waterhouse can do real damage here. Good header forward. Forced away from the ball. Still here, Waterhouse. Ball in behind. That broke down. Jacquez lost his footing as he released it. He's going to sit up for a 30-yard try that'll skim along the turf and out. An applause from this Dominican crowd for the effort put forward by Fritz. And touched away by Keen Chambers, who steps in the stead of Kamar Foster. All back here by Binns, and now forward into Parrell. And Howell argued it, and he won it. A throw to Waterhouse. Dicing ball over the outside shoulder, the outside back for Vega Real. Onside flag raised on the service in from Kamani Campbell to the feet of Devon James. Dominguez did play briefly for Cibao, also in Argentina, Bolivia, and Honduras. Stepped on by Gomez. He was with Cibao their 2018 run in Champions League, but didn't feature in the tournament. Taking ball to Binns. Waterhouse seems to have a supernatural sense. Those through balls, they've suctioned up about 5 of them to this point. Real impact. Vega Real goes to work here. Benbow pressured. And all the way down to the end line. Well saved and well served out over the near touchline. Excellent work by Binns there in the back. Pushed ahead by Benbow, and this will come all the way back. Howell. That ball over that center back and now served right into the goalkeeper, Dominguez. That had real potential there for Moulton. Been hugely dangerous on that run around the left back for Atletico Vega Real. They need to start taking real care of that moment or it's going to get away from them. Ushered into space. Slide will send it out. Not over the end line, but with a deflection. Diagonal from Moulton. Got Bradford leading the way between those two wingers that have been supremely busy to this point. Atletico Vega Real into the final third. And it's going to bounce simply. Gomez is the front-running center forward. try this near side. Front field, Moulton! Moulton had to go. Dominguez floors upward. Somehow got a piece of it. Dominguez, an incredible touch. Leads to a corner. Service across, headed away. Maybe a second look here for Ricardo Thomas. It'll be a throw. Ricardo Thomas, over 100 games in a Waterhouse kit. I'd argue Thursday will be among the most important. Soar out of play. James. It's a lot of pressure on these teams at this stage. The opportunity to play in Concacaf League or Champions League based on your performance Thursday and then on Sunday really change the direction, the fortunes of your club. In some ways, it tends to open the purse strings up during the adjacent transfer windows. Certainly seen a fair amount of that in Concacaf League and the Champions League previously. And also, as Arkai can attest, a scoreless draw on your home ground when it's against Cruz Azul can be a pretty magical night. Probing Waterhouse side at the moment. Simpson playing long. Pressure came up from Campbell. Was able to play it on. Herrera pushing. And turn back to Atletico Vega Real. With all this space ahead, Herrera. The return ball is excellent, and it's finally broken up. An injured player down for Waterhouse at midfield. What a dynamic combination that was. Goalkeeper now down as well, 20 minutes in. Athletic trainer calling over to the sideline for additional assistance here. Foster up by his eye. There's Kamar Foster, who would typically be in goal. Binns is going back to have a conversation here. Chambers gives a thumbs up. And Gomez will throw it back in, and back underway we are here. If it remains scoreless, Waterhouse wins Group B. They would face the runner-up Violette of Haiti in the semifinal. It will close out on Thursday night. It would leave Atletico Vega to take on Cibao, a Dominican Classico, in the first semifinal. Midway point of the first half now. Win by either side moves them clear in the group. Arkai on 0 points, can't catch either. Their tournament is over. Three Vega Real shirts in unison. Moreno will place this. Good ambient noise tonight from the supporters for Atletico Vega Real. The service to the near post, headers away and out, corner. Herrera's running that way. Short corner, Herrera. Teeing up Moreno. Moreno went for goal, caught by Chambers. No ill effects from whatever was bothering him a moment ago. Herrera paid a price, but Atletico Vega Real still in possession. Gomez held up play. Overlapping run arrives. Gomez, header high. And finally, Mauro Gomez puts himself in a dangerous spot and gets the service to try and make something of it. Simpson holds that ahead. Experience playing in Europa League, was with Cavalier early. 32-year-old from Maypen. Went on to El Salvador and Trinidad and Tobago, but spent some time in Finland. EPS, a highly celebrated club up in Finland. Back to Dominguez. Gomez. Now that escaped the line. A throw for Waterhouse. best defense and the best attack in Jamaica. Our run through the Premier League has only seen 2 losses and 3 draws from their 17 games before making the move here for these matches. Little dance. That's going to be out for a corner. Thomas went short. Thomas takes the return. Thomas lashes at target, and the rebound is grabbed by Dominguez. Pressure game. Ricochet is free. It's with Waterhouse as they take possession. Streaking run through to take it back for Atletico Vega Real. The give and go broke down, but not over yet. Room to swing the shot right at Chambers. The opportunities have been a little more plentiful here of late. Now it's Fabricio Moreno coming off the left side. Ball in behind. And there's a good chance goalkeeper would have had that on his own. Dominguez seems to be saying exactly that. Not meant to be. Corner Waterhouse by way of Atletico Vega Real's perhaps mistaken clearance over the line. Vidal watched it out as we approach the half-hour mark. Still at 0-0, Waterhouse the advantage in Group B by way of goal difference. Atletico Vega Real would finish the runner-up in Group B. This result held. Either team scores. That side would be in control of winning the group. This is some dangerous gamesmanship, and Atletico Vega Real did it perfectly and sprays it out. The half-hour mark and sprinting into the attack now. And Service sent Jacquez coming over. He inverted that long run forward by Gomez. Herrera. Brought down to feet in midfield. Decent ball back. That's not going to be it. Carlo Bembo. Spent a little bit of time up in the U.S. Penn FC. Up in Portmore. Actually featured in Champions League back in 2014. That helped earn him the move into the American Second Division. Then it was the Third Division, USL Championship. And no mistake, there is the team glory. You certainly hear tints of, particularly from the coach at Cavalier, the desire to raise the profile of a domestic league by way of this competition, show the level of your league and of, well, your domestic football in general. Have a look at Campbell controlling well, and then the contact and the foul from Jose Jaquez. That ball dynamically through and cracked up and out. That's apparently been touched. Don't see much of Shaquille Bradford to this point. Off the short corner. Return. And how about that effort? That's go wide left to the tree that's become somewhat ubiquitous to this tournament at this point. When the light comes from the sun rather than the stanchions, you see some of the beautiful mountain scenery out beyond that far left corner of Estadio Cibao, the tree there on the left side, and a few hanging over the bleachers in the corners. This really is a pretty magnificent venue. Bit of a hidden gem here in the Dominican Republic for those who might be seeing it for the first time tonight. Doesn't have the size, perhaps, of others in Concacaf, but it definitely has a scenic vista to it. After a bit of consternation, Waterhouse begins the other way. And Vega Real now in control. 10 minutes before halftime, plenty of time to ultimately open this up one way or the other. Both teams scored in the first half against Arcai in their opening games, both coming out with a victory. That's why both have already advanced to the semifinal, pending placement within the bracket. Both sides trying to get on the board here in the first half tonight. Gomez. Manuel Vidal. Scooped up by Chambers. Bembo. He's making that run through. It goes unimpeded. Now, struck off frame by James. quickly can Vega Real switch here? That's the question. They've gone so often in wide areas. An attempt to do so again here after the Jamaicans had gotten well back into position. Gomez. How compact Waterhouse gets. Sliding effort to pop this up. Header down in danger still. Gomez put that in Herrera's path. Well, calmly enough to Juan Dominguez. From the left side now. Heat up again. The service to Gomez was sliced out. Here comes the Waterhouse side. One loss in their last 13 all competitions. They might be the most informed team in this competition. Certainly Cibao would have something to say to that effect. Ball cracked from 25 yards. That's easy for Chambers. Well, they finally conceded, which is saying something. They've gone 320 minutes without allowing a goal. I beg your pardon, it continues, come to think of it. Add another 130 minutes to that. Going back to the league. Impenetrable, this Waterhouse side of late. Don't want to venture a guess on what the athletic trainer is working on there. See Donardo Thomas among those. Not been moving at this stage. And Andre Moulton starts to walk the other way here. The AR is counting the seconds before Gomez starts his trot cross field. See Melendez there, the center back, to the left of Gomez. Real, sportsmanlike as ever, to a gracious applause. 4 minutes and stoppage to go. Good chance we've got a couple minutes of first half stoppage time, as it may be. Chambers was down for a couple moments. Oh, wow, look at this. Benbow. I spoke about it a moment ago. Bembo, one game in Champions League, draws the attention of an American club that gives him a 3-year run at Penn FC in the USL Championship. Those occasions happen far, far more often than we often talk about. You can supremely change the trajectory of your career by playing well in these games when they matter most. The highest levels in your country, but also on the international stage where you know everyone's watching. What an effort to break this through, and now off his line. It's deflected away by Dominguez. Best chance for Waterhouse yet. They go right down the middle. And Dominguez denies. Referee says get up. One of the players for Atletico Vega is sharing a sentiment of that. Leads to an uproarious chant from the crowd. Chambers is asking whether or not that injury is significant enough. Referee is saying play on. Early ball delivered back post! What a moment it would have been for Cardell Benbow. Goodness, that got teed up on a platter, and it would have been a spectacular finish. Been the ultimate response, wouldn't it? Snap through, and Waterhouse likely to continue this unscored upon run right into halftime. After all, this result alone, if they just keep the clean sheet by any means necessary, they win the group. Let's see Violette of Haiti on Thursday evening. Being the runner-up means Cibao on their home field with the sun still very much in the sky. It is heated today. Temperatures touching 100 degrees Fahrenheit this afternoon. Two added minutes. That won't challenge any goalkeeper. And for Moreno, it's been a little up and down in this tournament. Saw a really bright moment early in the first half here tonight. The best chance for Atletico thus far. The numbers are there, and the run's dynamic from Waterhouse. You get a throw here with another 45 ticks or so left. Take a look at this. Crash. Oh, good ball ahead. Benbow. Benbow breaks. Benbow goes down. I think the referee has this right at first glance. And he'll take this right to halftime. 47 hard-fought minutes and still no breakthrough. Fritz and his Atletico Vega Real side are still in position to nick one, pull ahead in Group B. Well, the Jamaicans have a number of chances there in that first half. You see Dominguez snuff them out. Halftime in this Group B finale, and the champion of the group still very much undetermined. Waterhouse the advantage on goal difference, but on the night, Atletico Vega Real 0, Waterhouse 0. Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship first half highlights. This is the finale in the group stage. And chances galore, but still no goals to show for it. Moreno, probably the best ball we saw in that first half. And it's just out of reach for that sliding effort at the back post. Chances would continue through De La Rosa. That would be scooped up by Akeem Chambers, who gets the chance in goal. Chambers not really tested all that heavily, but up to the task each and every time. This would be Gomez from the wide area, and the header from Moro Gomez. Or it end up over the bar. So it was Atletico Vega side intrigued to try and take advantage of how narrow the defense was for Waterhouse. There were chances for Waterhouse in that first half. That effort palmed away by Dominguez. That's handled by Chambers simply enough. Slide down and the recovery right on point. May have been the best opportunity of the entire half. Cardell Bembo missed that mark by about a foot. Otherwise, it's goal of the tournament caliber stuff. And the halftime whistle arrived. Scoreless at the break, and Waterhouse still in position to win the group at a scoreless draw. The winner of this game would automatically win the group. Waterhouse would be the first place finisher by goal difference if it remains at 0-0. Halftime in the Dominican Republic. It is Atletico Vega 0, Waterhouse 0. The Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship Group Stage has just 45 minutes and change remaining. And right now, Waterhouse is in position to rule Group B if they can simply hold a result of any kind. Win or draw should do the job. And this current result would see them through on goal difference. All the while, still a route for Atletico Vega Real to win the group, but should the scoreline remain as it is, 0-0, they're in the Dominican Republic, they would still see their way into the second place spot. We see them play against Cibao in the first game of the semifinals on Thursday. 2 games Thursday, and then Sunday, another doubleheader here in the Dominican Republic. A reminder of the stakes here of the Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship. The winner of this tournament earns a berth into Concacaf Champions League in 2023, and almost assuredly it means you'll welcome one of the big clubs from the United States, Canada, or of course Mexico, and then play a return leg wherever that may be. And you hope, if you're a Caribbean side, that first round return leg doesn't end up being in a place like Colorado or Toronto, as we've seen in recent years. Perhaps you can avoid the negative weather connotations of going that far north. These clubs, big deal nonetheless. Andre Leslie comes in at halftime. Bernardo Thomas as well. Both of them are up and stretching the tail end of the first half. Moulton and Bembo, the two wingers, the pair that come off here. They put in as good a shift as they could. Let's be frank, you play again in 2 days' time. Whether you get the early game or the late game, you still got to play off just 1 day's rest, and there does have to be a bit of rotation that comes with that. We're on to the second half here. Scoreless. You see the two halftime substitutions for Waterhouse. Leslie and Thomas replace Moulton and Bembo. And the second half rolls on here in the Dominican Republic. Just by making the semifinal, you'll have 2 cracks to reach, at minimum, Concacaf League in the fall. If you fall in the semifinal, you get a shot to qualify as the third-place team in the third-place game on Sunday. Fall again, and you'll play Bayamon of Puerto Rico, performed in the Concacaf Caribbean Club Shield tournament for that 4th and final spot out of the Caribbean into CONCACAF League and Champions League for the coming year. Of course, things are going to get much different as far as the CONCACAF Champions League qualification goes in years to come. Increasing the size of the tournament, changing the structural format of qualification. That's Herrera run amok. Put in play by Thomas. That's Ricardo Thomas at the bottom of your screen. Good run forward here. It's going to skip wide and out altogether. Corner. Service across. That's a simple first header away. And good breakaway speed from Fabricio Moreno. Moreno further hooking that into the penalty area. That's going to come right to the goal line. And allow Chambers to control it. Bright moments from Jaquez and Moreno in wide areas. Fritz very quiet. Held ahead by Vidal. Vidal again. De La Rosa created a chance or two from the wide and far side first half. Bottom of your screen now. Here's the lone change. Starlin Alba coming off the bench potentially. Fritz. Leveled off and careens right. That's a goal kick. Jaquez there. He was at Cibao. He made the move over on loan to Atletico Vega Real and then ultimately transferred to the club in 2021. Forward hails from Madrid, but was called the Dominican International home. Was capped for them back in 2019. What a run. Finally, Waterhouse up to the task. Conceded in 140 minutes in this tournament. You're talking 460. Now all competitions. Nothing win over Arkai to put themselves in position to win the group here by any win or draw. Sent away by Simpson. Quiet start. Good header one initially there by De La Rosa, and then Moreno now. And seeking Gomez in the middle. Hold in midfield, perhaps a little bit unnecessary from Arizmendi and Jimenez. Wrapped up Howell. by Dominguez. Atletico Vega Real won the Liguilla, but broke down. Maybe there's still more here. Flick forward once and then twice by Jaquez. And Atletico Vega Real recover. Ended up the runners-up in the grand final. They've struggled since that time. It was 9 unbeaten going into that grand final. They fall to Cibao. 2 wins, 3 losses, 5 draws since that time. Still trying to find their best since falling on that stage. Estadio Thomas throwing in. Nearly swiped at midfield, and it's gotten a little unsanctimonious there at the halfway line. Meg saw that wide, clear handball. Clear as day from Leslie. Excellent diagonal ball. Moreno controls and curls. That'll get the crowd here going. Well dealt with by Damian Binns. Corner bounces wide and sent out. Ricardo Thomas guarding that near post. Up to the task the first time. See if Herrera decides to work with Moreno here or serve it again. Herrera short. Moreno. Herrera. Another corner. The latest from Moreno. Captain gets under it. Fritz. Service. Punched away. Chambers. And now the break is on for Waterhouse. They've collected. They search central. The recovery run is excellent. Collision sees Atletico Vega Real into the final third toward the end line. Whistle blows, offside. Oh, free kick, Waterhouse. Gomez already trying to assuage the referee that there's nothing malicious. James remains down. After all the attention, here's James can continue. Sits up from 30 yards. Waterhouse was convinced that took a deflection. It was meant to be. There's Ramon Howell. Just getting into the Jamaican national team this year. He came on as a substitute in the World Cup qualifier against El Salvador. Time in the U.S. in Phoenix and Tucson, affiliated clubs. First arrived after some time in the collegiate game at Valparaiso, which is in the middle of the country, to Nashville before they made the move to MLS. To be fair, if he looks this good in Waterhouse yellow, you would think it would be more or less the same kind of fit in Nashville gold. Wasn't meant to be. Still another half an hour to go here. Waterhouse right now ahead on goal difference. Win or a draw, and they advance as the winner of the group. They nearly had a chance to face their fellow compatriots from Cavalier. More on that in a moment. But they would see Violet of Haiti, the runners-up in Group A, in the late game on Thursday. If Atletico Vega does win this game, they would win the group, but right now they'd currently have to face Cibao as the two Dominican sides would meet on this very field on Thursday to decide who moves on to the final. Ushered through the center back and the left back, and now served up, and the header soars. Gets touched away. Vega Real is going to be able to reload. 3 players in the box. Header away once more. Still needs work to be done. Good series of chances for Atletico Vega Real. See Herrera try and get up for that. Not a ball he was going to win, but didn't allow just one more chance for Atletico. As for the first game tonight, finished 3 goals apiece, Cibao and Cavalier. Cavalier led 2-0 at halftime. Cibao sawed into the lead, got it to 2-1 about 10 minutes out of the break. Cavalier would score again, make it 3-1, then be reduced to 10, a second yellow card. And had to play down the last 25 minutes, conceded twice. 3-3 draw saw Cavalier out. And saw Cibao win the group. Well, just getting in on the last day. There were probably points in time where they considered staying in Haiti tonight if they had left town already. Meanwhile, in this group, Arcai already knows they're out. Defeated by both Waterhouse and Atletico Vega. Takes away some of the mystery tonight, but not all of it. Moreno. There's going to be a card for that tackle. Referee gesturing the player back to his feet. Joseph Gomez into the book. The second player carded, Jonathan James as well, back in the first half. He's able to continue without coming off the field. This deemed worthy of a card. I'd argue rightfully so. Andre Leslie. Set piece for Waterhouse. And a chance to extend their advantage, right now ahead by simply goal difference in the group. There's some real value to insurance to that, and potentially be the only team that won both their games in the Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship group stage. Next service sits up and rolled back across the face. Back to Chambers, who's been quiet. Nearly lost that 2 ways over. Herrera returns. Wasn't there for Gomez. That was way too lax from Chambers. Gomez. Up by Herrera. That's pulled down by Chambers. That's a foul. Simpson. Ball out to Thomas, but no advantage there. That's going to be a corner for Waterhouse. Fritz still trying to find his way in this game. James will plant it, but he won't take it. 69th into the 70th minute. For Waterhouse, this would be a nice result. 0-0, nothing ventured, nothing lost. Win the group. Focus on Violette on Thursday night. Ongoing conversation there, Raven De La Rosa. Two changes coming for Waterhouse. Rohan Beadle. James off. Room out here for Atletico Vega. Ball clipped across, nothing there. Thrown in, that's bouncing dangerously. Chambers, can he handle that outside the penalty area? There's a good chance he's really relieved. This is going to be a corner. So take a look at this. He tips it that direction. Oh, wow. He leaned back and got it with his head. Ensuing service is well handled. Dangerous moment that was a bit ago. Gray, by the way, came in at the previous stop as well for Waterhouse. Bradford came off. Bradford never really did get going in this game. 4 subs, 1 window still to be used. It's Villarreal that has something to gain here by going out to try and get a goal. They possess here in the 74th.
Skip forward. Header central. Doing well to find a little bit of room out here. Service across. Referee blows his whistle. Mauro Gomez was leaning, but nothing doing. Elvis Wilson perturbed by the outcome. Interception doesn't lead to anything at all there. Atletico Vega already in their debut in the Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship have got what they came here for. Their first ever international tournament, and they will advance past the group stage. Waterhouse, on the other hand, still work to be done here. This sits up nicely, and what a tackle. Taking the space, calmly, assuredly. Floated, header back, cleared away. Mauro Gomez, his latest effort at target. And the goalkeeper has gone down. Chambers again. Chambers was looked at early in this game, being looked at again. You can see Howell over there chatting with Fuzzy Gale. Waterhouse, a club that dates back to 1968. They've won the Jamaican National Premier League twice, last in 2006. They've won the Jamaican Football Federation's Cup competition 3 times, most recently 2013. Women's Champions League and in Concacaf League twice, 2019 and again in 2020. Did advance into the quarterfinals in 2019. Goalkeeper up and moving again. Kamar Foster, this was supposed to be a day off. It hasn't really turned out that way yet, has it? Twice King Chambers has gone down. Twice Foster has gotten up. Chambers will continue. by Chambers. Oh, he's calling again. The fans here in the Dominican aren't happy about it. It's maybe Estadio Cibao, but it's all the Vega Real fans that are here now. Something got caught in his eye maybe in that first half. They sprayed some water at that left eye. And that may be one too many. Waterhouse only has one sub left, and they may have to use it on the goalkeeper. Attention turns to the change here, of which there appear to be several on the way. More Alba Baez. Herrera Gomez Vidal off. This is the first 3 subs of the game for Atletico Vega Real. Baez gets good applause. One would think the referee's sympathy might be waning. Twice he's gone down. It cost Waterhouse maybe a minute of extra stoppage time in the first half. Brick serves. Vega Real almost certainly on the front foot at this stage. Vega Real. Well worked give and go through midfield and sprayed wide. There's no support at all in the penalty area, and the fact that this is a goal kick is a deserved outcome. There is nobody rushing forward for Atletico. Will the Jamaicans make a mistake? They just have. 6 minutes and stoppage to go. Wow. Play on. Moreno. Whistle blows, free kick. Atletico Vega Real. Fritz taking offense to that extra kick after the fact. Goodness, Dominguez has gotten all the way up there. So there's the initial play. That's the foul. The whistle was maybe a hair late, but still. Moreno doesn't show any ill effects from the kick, at least. Ball whip through. Header's going to steer aimlessly away. I can guarantee one of these two teams will at minimum be in Concacaf League in the fall. Take it a step further, they may be in Champions League in 2023. Multiple ways to do that. But your road to Concacaf League, to Champions League, well, certainly begins here in these next few minutes. You'll set the tone for what kind of semifinal you'll have. Chasing into the corner, Alba. Crowd restless for a goal now. There's the ball over Gomez and narrowly over. Diving effort beside him. What a delightful ball from Moore. Those are slim margins for Domingo Peralta. That's not the moment either. Easy read for Waterhouse. Peralta reloads, Peralta returns, Peralta wins the corner. What an atmosphere. These Vega Real fans, certainly fans simply watching the Dominican side rise. If there's a winner, it comes in the 90th or later. Clip ball. Chambers, now the run out for the Jamaicans. And this Waterhouse side, no one scored more in Jamaica, no one's conceded fewer. This will hang up on the turf and stay in. Danger still. Leslie denied again. Leslie gets the corner out of it. Well, Alba had to be on his toes. That spun up on the turf in such an awkward way. It stayed in play. Here we have two draws tonight. The first one, the ultimate 3-3. This one, the more tempered 4 added minutes. And the corner. Kept alive by Waterhouse. There are options. And that ball woefully off target. It's the most enticing opportunity they've had in the second half. Perhaps tired legs got the better of it. Touchback by Alba. And return to Moreno. That's going to get intercepted. Poor. Real on it once more with another 2.5 minutes. Still 2 minutes. Can this service be the one? Chambers. Reaching over Domingo Peralta. This is it for Atletico Vega Real, their final change. As Mendy Jimenez comes off. It's Misael Gomez, 21-year-old. Dominican Youth International. Peralta. Moreno. Oh, Peralta ran right through. He was there. There's urgency in Atletico Vega Real. If they score, they win the group. If it stays level, Waterhouse. Bouncing ball that's handled with a bobble by Chambers. Time for one more look, perhaps. No, that's it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Waterhouse, by goal difference, are the winners of Group B in the Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship. The runners-up and advancing to the semifinal, Atletico Vega Real, will contest the semifinal against their rival. The grand final of a year ago will be reprised on an international stage here at Estadio Cibao on Thursday. It will be Cibao and Atletico Vega Real in the first semifinal, and then Waterhouse of Jamaica will end up facing Violet of Haiti, as their rival from Jamaica, Cavalier, fell tantalizingly short in the first game today of a chance to take on their domestic rival. That'll be game 2. Waterhouse, champion of Group B, against Group A, runner-up Violette of Haiti. And then 2 Dominican sides, 5 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday, Cibao and Atletico Vega. A scoreless affair, not a drastic number of chances, but both teams probably have 2, 3, maybe 4 they wish they had back. They could have won this group more emphatically, Waterhouse, but their defense remains watertight. And for Atletico Vega, they put on a good show. Can't get the win. Flow Concacaf Caribbean Cup. Full-time highlights. Atletico Vega needed a win, and in the early going, they looked like they may have a couple chances at it. Ball across from Moreno. Sliding effort, nothing there for Jaquez. Skip ahead, that service, nothing doing from Raven De La Rosa, who was busy on the left-hand side. That's Herrera. And a shot that's simple enough for the goalkeeper to handle. Chambers not tested all that heavily. That's Gomez with service. Lifted over by Mauro Gomez. Joseph Gomez, far more impactful perhaps in the first half. This was one of the best chances for Waterhouse in that opening half. Chambers maintaining the clean sheet up to halftime. The ball leaked out. Moreno has had to get it by Chambers. But this had to be the best chance of them all. It would have been fantastic from Cardell Benbow, make no mistake. Last on of the second half we went, scoreless. Fritz playing a ball over the top. That was punched away by Chambers. Chambers would go down a couple times in this game. He's starting for the first time in the tournament. Mark Foster started the opener. Now gets sent out of play altogether. Moreno, a key figure in the attack. Late in this one, Mauro Gomez denied by the leaping effort at the goal line. Although that likely was headed off frame anyways. Atletico Vega looking for a couple chances late in this game. That would whittle wide. Came off the head of Guillermo Melendez. And Domingo Peralta, a chance late to try and find the winner in a couple different ways. And the full-time whistle arrived. Waterhouse, winner of Group B. Atletico Vega on to the semifinal as the runners-up. Well, we hope you enjoyed a thrilling night of the Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship. Here are the results at the end of the night. Cibao 3, Cavalier 3. Cavalier eliminated. The Jamaicans will head home knowing they had two-goal leads to protect and did so neither time. Cibao, champion of Group A, Violette through by Cavaliers' distraught ending. Well, in the late game, Atletico Vega 0, Waterhouse 0. That sees both sides on 4 points. Waterhouse on goal difference is the champion of Group A. Group B, rather. They'll face Violette on Thursday. Cibao will take on Atletico Vega in a Dominican Clasico. Until then, for our entire team at home and abroad, Mike Watts saying so long, and thanks for watching the Flow Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship. Good night from the Dominican Republic.